Okay, Sif Yud, yeah? Sorry.
Yeah.
Simin Kuf Tzadi test, the halachas of Kfura and Beis HaKvaros. So Yud, now again, when you go from the Beis HaKvaros, Talshin Asavim Mashlichin Achar Gevam, you detach grass and they throw it behind the backs. V'aimrim Zacher Ki Yafar Anoch, remember with the Gam Hu Remez L'Tchias HaMesim, and it's also Remez L'Tchias HaMesim. Sheyichyu Me'afarim, that we're going to live, we're going to become alive from dirt. Terech V'yitzitzu Me'ir Ke'esav Aretz. Yichaylan Lasis came b'Cholamayid, and this could be done on Cholamayid, because meaning it's a Isra Malach, it's a Deraisa. So how can you do this on Cholamayid? Right? Fine. And then afterwards we wash our hands. V'yesh remes she'ein v'yesh remes, and was a remes she'ein tuma zois neteres ela b'gimel dvarim elu. And then this tuma, that meaning there's a remes that you don't become tar from the tuma of a Beis HaKvaros only with these three things: mayim, ve'efer, ve'para, ve'ezek. Right? That's a hint. Right? That's what do you call it? Paraduma. Right? So paraduma is what.
You stopped. You're frozen.
I texted him. Give him a minute.
Tear out grass and you wash your.
Rabbi, we lost you.
Where'd you lose? Where did I lose Zyla?
About 3 minutes ago.
A while ago, I texted you even.
That's good because I didn't really say much because I was trying to figure out what he's saying. Okay, let's start this one again. Yeah, I mean, okay, well, let's just start again. So now you can show them based on Talshin Asavim. You rip the grass and Mashlichan Achar gave him, and you put it behind the back. You remember that we're dirt. Right, and they're gonna come out from a city like grass. You're allowed to do that on Cholamayid, even though it's a deraisa to tear grass on Cholamayid. And they could wash their hands. I mean, they should wash their hands. And there's a remez that the tuma of a mace doesn't become tar only with these three things: mayim, ve'efer, para, ve'ezav. Right? That's because that's what you have by the paraduma. So same thing here. You have grass with dirt, which is representing the ashes, and then you have water. You don't wash your hands in a river, elamikli, only from a kli. And like we said yesterday, you don't hand the shovels to each other, so you don't take the kli from the hand of anybody who just washed. One stands it up and this one takes it. And you also don't dry your hands afterwards. There are those that say you sit down 7 times. Because the spirits and anytime you sit, the mace gets buried on Yom Tov. You have to sit down 3 times, the same way you sit on Chol, even though it's Yom Tov. Where's it? Where's the scene? Okay, I'm finishing a share and then I'm going to come. Don't wait for me, okay? Thank you. And the minig is to be makbid. that if somebody goes into a house, before he washes his hands and sits down, and the minig of our fathers is Torah, meaning, yeah, again, if you that's what we do. Before anybody goes into a house, we wash their hands. What about into a car? I don't know. It seems like people are not makbid not to go into a car to wash their hands. Right? I think so. But a house, yes. Fine. Yud Aleph. You don't bring a mace from a city that has a place to bury it. You don't bring it to a place, to another city. Mishum dahavili bezayin l'taltim v'akim. It's a bezayin to take from place to place. Elam michutz la'aretz l'eretz Yisrael, from chutz la'aretz l'eretz Yisrael, lo'ishem melichan oisei l'makom kivris avoisov, or they bring it of where they're buried. Where the fathers are buried. The mace commanded that they should go from place to place, mutter than. Fine. Yud beis also l'ftayach. You're not allowed to open up a grave till it gets closed up. Once they put the dirt on top of the aron, you don't open it. Dirt on it. For whatever reason you have to go in there, you could open it up. And for whatever reason you have to remove the mace. Right, this is a corona thing. People were buried out tonight.
They just did this for Geffen because he wants to be buried in Israel and the Iran war.
What do you say?
They just did this for Geffen. And he wanted to be buried in Eretz Yisrael, and the Iran war, everything was closed.
So did they do it?
They did something. He said he did something with a sheet that they covered him with a sheet or something, and they were able to move him afterwards.
And they brought him to Eretz Yisrael?
They buried him, and then they unburied him and moved him to Eretz Yisrael. Yeah.
Am I on now? Or can anybody hear me?
Yeah, you're back now. You heard what I said?
I switched Wi-Fi. You said Mr. Gavin. Did they bring him to Eretz Yisrael?
Yeah, they buried him in a sheet or something. Originally, the son was telling me on Tanai, and then after the Iran war was done and they got the flights back, they unburied him and moved him to Eretz Yisrael.
Interesting. Officially, my grandfather's yahrzeit is tonight. Shalom ben Moshe Dov. He was also buried on a Tanai, but they never they never took it. Yud Gimel, Chafru Kever. If you dig a kever, don't leave the kever open at night. Because it's a sakana. Meaning, meaning if you're gonna dig a grave, so make sure to put the person in that night. There's no time to bury the mace till the next day. Yamalu as a kever offer, then refill it. Right? I don't mean if you refill the whole thing, because then what was the point? I don't know. Also, literally, you're not allowed to step on top of the kvarim, because it's also bahana. If you need to get to a kever, and there's no derech, there's no other way then, unless you step on the kvarim. So mutter, it is mutter. Tesvav lo yelech bebeis hakvaros oibesach dalar amas shel meis. He shouldn't go in a beis hakvaros or within 4 amas of a mace. V'chein b'chol hacheder shameis usham, and the room where the mace is. Right? Kisha tefillin b'roishay, meaning don't go close when the tefillin is b'roishay. Tzitzis b'big day. With tzitzis mishum loyeg l'rosh. V'imheim mechusim, and if they are covered, then it's mutter. Chen lo yispal sham, don't daven there, v'lo yomer sham mizmayrim, and don't say tilim, ela mashu l'chvayda mace, only l'chavod mace. That's why the question is, like, when you go to say tilim by a grave, and you're davening for yourself, is that called covered on mace or not covered on mace? Debatable. So the simplest thing is to say the tilim more than 4 amas away. Tezai, basic forest ain't knowing about kalas roish, and the basic forest you cannot have levity, as they call it. I think that's the way they touch them. They kvoid and shalom mason because they're covered on the mason. You're going sham to eat or drink there, or lipanai sham, or to go to the bathroom there. Vein maran sham behemoths, and you don't graze animals there, v'lo yilakam menu asavim, and you don't pick grass there. Avali lonois on the tuin bebesa forest. But trees that are planted as a cross, you are allowed to pick the fruit from the trees. There are places that the minig is that they don't put up a matzeva till after the year. Because a matzeva is looked as chashav, and within 12 months this tsar. That's I think there's a lot of the world does that, but in Yerushalayim they don't. They put it by shloishim. The reason for a matzeva is that it shouldn't be forgotten from the heart. And a mace is not forgotten until after a year. And there are places that are not medactic with these things. Simin reish. Dinai Kvura b'yomtiv, about Yud Aleph Sifan. Sifan is 11 Sifan. This is not really done in our circles too much. Chassidim, I don't know if they still do, but they certainly used to do it. But Dinai Kvura b'yomtiv, burying on Yomtiv about Yud Aleph Sifan. So mace amutu l'kivra b'yomtiv. If you have a mace that's supposed to be buried on Yomtiv, but Yom Rishon le'yisaska b'Yisrael. So on the first day Yomtiv, a yid should not be busy with it. Afilu mi efshel l'kivra al yedei akum. Even if you can't get a goy, and there's a chashash that it's going to get decayed until the next day, a yid should not bury it on Yom Rishon. Meaning, a yid does not get involved on Yom Rishon. If you can use a goy, right? Now, even though we normally don't allow mir lakum on Shabbos and Yom Tov, but for this we do. The hainu sha'akum yasu es a kever. The guy will make the kever yachtachu as a dafin shalaitz, and he cuts the wood for the kever oyasu oren b'makom shenogu, or if he makes the oren in the places that use an oren, v'gam yitzru as a techrichin imtzrichin, and he'll also sew up the techrichin if necessary. Aval al bishoy, but anything that's also midrabanan, meaning to put the clothing on the mace, to heat up the water, do the tara, and to carry him, the caver, and to actually place in the caver, so that's all mutar al yidei. So meaning, so you only need the guy to do the deraises, the rabbanans, he could do. Vakisa ba'afar, meaning any yid could do. Vakisa ba'afar, and the covering with dirt. Yasu Gamkein al Yidei Akum, that should also be done with a guy. If it's possible, you should try and do the tara without using like a shmata shaloyavel de schita, meaning don't use a washcloth and that type of thing, so it shouldn't come to schita. Also, that if you have a guy to do it, then you can't leave the mace until the next day. That then don't leave it for second day when the yidden could be busy with it. Even if you die today, and you can hold on until the next day, that it doesn't decay. You should bury it that day. Yelich mace, but a yeled that died, even if he lived more than 30 days. Sheyadua she'ein a nefel, and you know that he's not a nefel, meaning because he lasted more than 30 days. You come up in my ace car if it's a cold. Ve'ein bezayin la shoysa, it's cold, meaning it's not going to decay, and it's not a bezayin to hold on. The light ishtoi, meaning, and it wasn't, they weren't waiting already for a while from before Yom Tov. Ein l'kover Yom Tov Aleph, don't bury him on Yom Tov Aleph. El mashina le ad Yom Tov Beis. In that situation, you wait till the second day, because it's not considered as big a genai to hold off on the kvura of a child than it is as an adult. Yeshaimrim dekam begadol. That same thing, but even by a gadol im lo yishtoi, if you didn't wait, meaning if you didn't wait already from before Yom Tov, Mashinan lay ad Yom Tov base, then you wait until second day Yom Tov. Welcome Shein Minig Yedua, and if it's a place there's no minig near the Yesh Linoy Kane, that should be the minig, that you should go with the Yeshayimrim, that you should always wait till Yom Tov Sheni to do the burial. Okay, we'll stop over there. Should only have Basuras Taivas.
But we don't even do Yom Tov anymore.
Yeah, we don't do Yom Tov Sheni anymore. Why? I don't know, but we don't. Not sure why.
Hasidim do, no?
Hasidim
See them do
yeah.
it, yeah. See them do it. Yeah.
I've seen Hasidim put a guy in a car with a Goyish driver to take the mace on the second day Yom Tov.
Yeah.
The what?
That
They
Hasidim
do,
will
yeah.
put somebody in a car with a Goyish driver second day Yom Tov to take the mace to Kvura. They'll put a from yid in the car.
And the From Yid will go with them, even out of the Tchum,
Yeah.
or
I don't know.
Wow.
I'll ask.
No,
Okay.
you mean the from you mean the mace.
I think there's a from
no,
yid that goes
they
along.
the From Yid go with them. The Chayra,
Uh-huh.
that's a Durabanan. I don't know. I would assume. Sounds about right.
This would have worked on Rosh Hashanah, I'm guessing.
Right, Rosh Hashanah is more Chama.
Also, it's
Yeah.
not a second day Yom Tov.
That's what I'm saying, because it's a Yom HaRichta.
Right.
Right.
No,
Even though ultimately it is. But
yeah.
I think he'll discuss it. Not sure.
Or Shavuos also. Shavuos also.
No, Shavuos we no.
Why?
No, that's just the
Because
Chumrah.
we said that the first day,
Yeah,
the
that's the
first day of
kasha.
the
But
second day. We don't
it's
get.
true. It's a kasha, but Lamaisa we don't go with that. Yeah. All right.
All right, sure.
Sei gesund. Have a